Hi, I'm AJ from Leith, and today we're going to be making some super cheesy sweet corn muffins. Before we start cooking one of these Leith recipes, we need to do these three things. Number one, if you've got long hair, get a bobble and tie your hair back. If you've got short hair, make sure it's neat and tidy and away from your face. The second thing to do, we need to use plenty of soap and warm water, and you need to give your hands a really good wash for 20 seconds and then give them a good dry with either some blue roll or a towel. Number three, apron. You've got to look like a chef if you want to cook nice chef quality food. Get your apron, put it over your head. If it's a bit long and it's sort of dangling down a bit, you can tighten it with the buckle. And then take these bits and pass them around your side. Like so, bring to the front and then just tie in a bow. Just like that. Let's go. In this recipe, you will need some sweet corn and spring onion, egg, milk and butter, some self-raising flour, paprika, salt, and most importantly, some cheese. In this recipe, we're going to be learning how to use our oven really safely, and we're also going to be learning how to use spoons to transfer ingredients between our muffin cases. For the first step of the recipe, we're going to be putting our sweet corn in our mixing bowl, and we're going to be using our scissors to snip our spring onion into small rounds. The first thing we're going to do, nice and easy, we're just going to pop all of our sweet corn into our bowl. Get that all out. And then we're going to snip our spring onion into little rounds. The best way to do this is going to hold it nice and carefully, and then using our scissors in the other hand, we're just going to work our way along like this. Just taking our time, making sure that we're keeping our fingers away from the scissors. And just work our way down. And when you get near your fingers, you just want to reset. Move your fingers away and then just keep going. And you can see I'm just cutting nice little small rounds there. And this is going to be that lovely combination of cheese and onion. My favourite crisp. All the way up, keep going. And then when you get near the end and you get near to your fingers, just stop, and then these can just go into your food waste. There we go, done. In this next step, we're going to take a wooden spoon and we're going to beat our butter or margarine into our sweet corn and spring onion mix. We're going to take our margarine and spoon, and we're just going to put that into the bowl like so. That to one side. And then using the back of the spoon, we're just going to slowly push and mix all of this together like so. If it gets stuck on the spoon, don't worry. And just give it a really good mix like that. We don't need to do any more, just to bring all of it together. There we go. In this next step of the recipe, we're going to use our fork to crack and beat our egg, and then we're going to add the beaten egg and milk into our sweet corn, spring onion and marg mix. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to crack and beat our egg. So I'm just going to hold that gently in that hand, and I've got my fork here. I'm going to bang just over the middle of the egg, just to lightly break the shell like this. There we go. You see how I've broken that surface? Perfect. Fork down. And now what we can do is I'm going to use my two thumbs to go into the egg and then pull out like so. So thumbs in, broken the shell there, and then I can just carefully separate like that and then let it drop into the bowl. I'm going to go and pop that into my food waste. Now what we can do is just going to take that egg, we're going to use our fork just to break the yolk like so. And then rather than a stirring motion, we're going to do a beating motion like this. Perfect. We don't need to do it for too long, but we just want to make sure that we've got a really well mixed and well beaten egg. Perfect. And now we're going to add the egg into our mix here. Give that a little mix around, just to get it all starting to be incorporated. And then we're going to add the milk. All in like that. And we're going to give that a little mix as well. Now it's not going to look the most appetizing at this stage, but once they're cooked, it will have all been worth it. Perfect. In this next step of the recipe, we're going to be adding all of our dry ingredients, our flour, pinch of paprika, salt and a bit of cheese. Now let's get all of our dry ingredients in. I'm going to get my self-raising flour and I'm going to pop all of that in, like so. Make sure you get it all. Then I'm going to put a pinch of paprika, a nice big pinch over the top there. Might put a little bit more. Lovely. I'm going to put a pinch of salt over the top as well. And then the real celebrity at the party, all of this mature cheddar cheese. Definitely don't leave any of that out. And now what we're going to do is we're going to give this a really good mix. Now be careful at the start because there's all that liquid on the bottom, but slowly this is going to start to come together and it's going to make like a cake batter really. And all we've got to make sure is that everything's well combined and that there's no dry patches or floury pockets. I think that's pretty good. Great, I'm really happy with that. Now let's get them in the cake cases. In this next stage of the recipe, we're going to be using 2 spoons to transfer our cake batter into these muffin cases. The first thing I'm going to do is just use my spoon just to scrape off any mix off the wooden spoon. I'm just going to put that on the side of the bowl. And what I'm going to do is use my 2 spoons very carefully to transfer the mix from here into our muffin cases. And these ones are muffin cases, but you might have smaller cupcake cases. You need to divide this mix into 6, but the best way to do that is just to get yourself a nice spoon of mix like so, and then use the other spoon to push it off and into the case like that. One nice big spoon of mix, over and then down, and then nice big spoon of mix, over and then down. And now we'll do the last one. So we'll get all of the mix out of the bowl here, come over and scoop down like so. And what I'm going to do is just come back to the bowl and just see if I've got anything left. There's a few little bits. Don't want to waste anything. There we go. I'm going to come over and I'm going to have a look, and maybe this one at the front here is a little bit smaller than the others. So I'm just going to use the 2 spoons to just top that one up a bit. They're looking really, really good. Don't need to do anything else. Don't need to tap the tray or anything. They are ready for cooking. In this next step, I'm going to be taking my muffin tray with our mix and putting it on a tray. This is going to make it a lot easier to put in and out of the oven. We've got to remember our oven is very, very hot. So always using our oven gloves or oven mitts to put this tray, even though it's cold, in and then out of the oven. I'm going to pop those in just like that, nice and carefully, and then shut the oven door. We're cooking this at 200 degrees for between 15 and 20 minutes until they're nice, risen and golden brown. My muffins have had about 18 minutes in between that 15 and 20. I've got my oven mitts and oven gloves on. Let's go and get them out of the oven. There we go, nice and carefully. Wow, it's smelling amazing. There we go, look at those. Come and put them over here, like that. Great. Aren't they looking terrific? Shut my oven door. Our muffins have cooked beautifully, but there's a few things to look for to know that our muffins are ready. The first thing, they're golden brown. They look fantastic and they smell really cheesy and ready for eating. But also, if we just give a little touch on top, you can see it's nice and firm. It's not squidgy or soft, and that shows that they've got a nice set on them and our muffins are all good to go. I'm going to leave them on this tray to cool down completely before we enjoy them later on. And there we go, our lovely cheese and sweet corn muffins. Because we were so careful with our 2 spoons, we got them really nice and even. Now you might be taking them home or you might be having one now. You want to leave them for at least 30 minutes to cool before trying one. I've already done that, so we're going to have a little taste. Smell really cheesy. They're lovely. You get the cheesiness and sweet corn, a little bit of onion, and they're so soft, almost like a little scone. Perfect.